A sermon for third Sunday of Lent 2021. Take all this out of here and stop turning my Father's house into a market. Apparently, it was a custom at the time for people to buy animals for sacrifice at the temple before the feast of the Jewish Passover. So that's why there was so much going on at that time. Not everyone had Roman coinage, that's why they had money changers there. It says our Lord made a whip out of some cord and drove the people selling cattle and sheep and pigeons out of the temple, and he knocked over the money changers' tables. So you can imagine the scene and the panic and outrage at such an angry outburst. And they asked him why he was doing this. He replied, "Destroy the sanctuary, in 3 days I will raise it up." These very words were used at his trial before the Sanhedrin to accuse him of blasphemy. What he was referring to was his own body being crucified and killed on the cross, and 3 days later rising in the resurrection on Easter Sunday. This story is in St. John's Gospel and shows one of the few outbursts of our Lord's anger. St. Paul in today's second reading refers to this too, when it says that the Jews demand miracles, the Greeks look for wisdom, but here are we preaching a crucified Christ. And it says that this presents an obstacle that the Jewish people cannot get over. The pagans regard this as madness, but to those that have been called, it shows the power and wisdom of God. In the first reading today, we hear of the 10 Commandments being given to Moses on the mountain. For many centuries afterwards, they remained the backbone of society, a blueprint for people's behaviour, and some of them are still enshrined into civil law in every country, like the crimes of murder, robbery, lying on oath. The rest are religious laws to guide us through life, like worshipping God, not profaning the name of God, keeping the Sabbath holy, not committing adultery, and not coveting possessions.